Hello YouTube, how you guys doing today? Today we got another fantastic book for you. It's called The Longevity Diet. Discover the new science behind stem cell activation and regeneration to slow aging, fight disease, and optimize weight. So this is a fantastic book written by Valter Longo. He is the director of the Longevity Institute in the University of South Carolina. So really knowledgeable guy. He's been doing this for decades. Definitely knows what he's talking about. So yeah, let's get into his book. So there's 3 layers of every book I go into. First is the core concept, then the theory, and then there's the action steps that you can take to apply the knowledge of the book to your life, which is, the point of everything, right? Like, why else would you read a book? Anyways, so let's get into the core concept of the book. The core concept of our book is that food determines the types of genes that are activated in your genetic imprint. So what does that mean? Basically, the new science of epigenetics has found that your environment, what you feed yourself, your emotions, everything that's going on outside of you and inside of you determines the expression of certain genes in your body. So you can effectively create like health genes by what you eat. So that's why what you put in your body, your food, determines your genes. And there are ways to activate genes for long life, and there are ways to shorten your life. So we'll get into that in a second. But first, the theory. So age, right? Everyone wants to live longer, and they want to live healthier, right? Longer for healthier, right? Like, they don't want to just, live a long time but get really sick near the end and then die a painful death, right? Like, that's not cool. So age, right? Aging long and aging gracefully. So that's the trick, right? So aging is the central risk factor for, all kinds of diseases, right? They say everything from diabetes to cancer to a lot of other things gets worse as you age. And there are reasons for that, right? Your body becomes less effective at repairing its own cells, and the DNA actually starts to unravel as you get older. So yeah, that's the reason why we age. So that's one thing. And then the other point I want to make is mice, right? They've done tons of studies on mice, and what they found is that by putting them on the longevity diet that I'm about to talk about, they found that they live 40% longer and have fewer incidences of disease. So that's definitely, really big news, right? Like, if you can, by changing the diet of a mouse, make it live 40% longer, wouldn't you want to know what you were feeding that mice? Like, because there is a similarity between humans and mice. So there's that. And also abdominal fat, ab fat. Abdominal fat determines your risk level for certain illnesses such as diabetes, hypertension, and high cholesterol. So what they found is did a huge study. They found that men who have a waist size more than 40, and for women it's more than 35, they found that they actually are at double to triple the risk for certain diseases just because they have their ab fat represents a lifestyle that they're going through. So I'm definitely working on my belly. Like, I think I got a little bit of ab fat. Yeah, I definitely do. But I'm trying to get better, guys. I have no idea why I just showed you that. But yeah, there's that. So now let's get to the action steps. 3 action steps. Actually, I got a few more. But 3 action steps that you can take to apply the longevity diet to your life. So they've done so many studies on centenarians. That's people who live 100 and older, right? And there's this famous concept called blue zones, right? Certain populations around the world, like in Okinawa, Japan, and certain areas in California even, and in Italy, they are more likely to live beyond 100 and be healthier as they do so. So they've done a lot of studies on these populations that have lived long and healthy lives, these blue zone populations, and they found some similarities in their activities, right? The first is they had a fish diet, a fishy diet. So the first recommendation I have for you is to eat salmon, right? That's good. It has high omega-3s, but it's also good for other parts of the body. Just it gets you your protein, and it's lean, and it doesn't have mercury in it. So that's important too, right? Tuna, halibut, stuff like that has mercury in it, so you don't eat that too much. But if you want to, I get you. But the second point, right? The second action step you can take is eat olive oil, cook with olive oil, extra virgin olive oil, and eat plenty of nuts, specifically almonds and walnuts. So those are full of healthy polyunsaturated fats that are good for the body. The third action step is whole wheat. Eat whole grain bread, right? Don't eat the white bread, eat the brown bread, right? The brown bread is what's good for you. So, those are the 3 action steps you can take. Eat whole wheat, olive oil, nuts, eat salmon, and also get a lot of green leafy vegetables in your diet, like kale, spinach, stuff like that. Okay, so those are the things that you should put in your body, and what you should limit or completely cut out of your diet, if you can, is pasta, rice, and fruit juice. Fruit juice is just a bottle of sugar, right? They found in mice studies, right? They gave mice high sugar diets, and guess what that did? It killed them quickly. It killed them faster. So you don't want to do that. And also you want to limit your food intake prior to sleeping, right? Before you sleep, you should give 3 to 4 hours of time for your body to digest before you lay down to sleep. It's actually really bad for you if you let your body digest the food while you sleep. I don't know the exact reason why, but I'm sure this guy knows. So, those are the 3 layers of this book. It's very simple. Eat salmon, olive oil, whole wheat, eat green leafy vegetables, limit your fruit juice, and pasta, rice, cut that out, and you got the ingredients for a long life. So, they also talk about exercise in this book, but they say that's the second most important factor after diet. So we're focusing on diet. So that is the longevity diet, guys. Live longer. That's what I'm here for. Have a good one, guys.